I was saying to G before, Norm would have been 71 when we paid off our mortgage if we stayed without joining Infinity. So just the scope of understanding is 51 now. So when were we going to retire? When were we going to put plans in process to go overseas or live? There wasn't. It was literally saying 71's the mortgage payoff timeline. Then when we did join Infinity, it was 2028. Paid off by 2025. We're pretty lucky. I feel, and I don't feel. I know everyone's saying you should be, feel proud and everything. I feel humble to be able to say that we've done it, and I don't want to be the one who's running around saying, we paid off. I just want to quietly, we've achieved.
Money isn't the root of all evil, the fucking lack of it is.
Not money, the lack of understanding money.
When I put that into emphasis, when I realised that psychological effect and how it hit our family, I FTB all the fucking way.
You are now watching the Money Mentor podcast
With Graham Home.
Graham Home.
You're fucking gone. See ya.
Hi, my name is Kat. I have been Diana and Norman's relationship manager for the past 18 months. Welcome to our interview for the podcast.
Thanks.
Kat.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to see you again.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your family?
You want to take the lead?
Yeah, Di and I have been together for roughly, 10, 11, 12 years, something like that, around that. Just time. I'm so happy that time just melds into one big. Now we've got 4 kids together. We're a blended family, living on the Gold Coast since 2018.
Yeah.
Been with Infinity since 2023.
Yeah.
And what brought you to Infinity?
Di brought me to Infinity.
I bought Norm to Infinity. No, it's sort of stuck in the financial strategy of moving forward for our future. Had 2 investment properties, obviously none paid off, just had. So old school mentality, just purchase and see how you go. Didn't have a strategy, didn't really have an understanding of what to do and what to do next.
Yeah.
So sort of stuck really financially.
Okay. And do you remember that feeling just before you joined Infinity?
Yeah, I'd been to an advisor in one of the banks, and it was basically sold us insurances. We didn't get a strategy or some understanding of how to do better, and how to grow, not just stay where we were. Obviously the whole point of working hard is to put it into the right place and do the right and get more out of it. But I felt we were just stuck at that point.
And describe what was life like for you financially speaking.
We were living separate lives, really.
Financially separate
lives. So,
for sure.
And what were the accounts like?
Well, accounts were
Norm
separate.
didn't know.
I didn't know. I had no clue.
So the investment properties I'd purchased, so it was like, that's all mine, that's yours. So there was no, we didn't put our finances together until we joined Infinity. The status quo was we did the best we could and paid whatever we could and crossed fingers and hoped it all worked. We struggled with paying some bills because I'm always chasing Norm and saying, we've got to pay this, we've got to pay that. And there was no structure to our finances either. It was, easygoing, no strategy, no commitment. And we weren't committing to each other either. It was definitely segregation in our relationship on finances.
Did you have a budget in place at all?
No. I did. I made sure that I would budget, have money put away.
Yeah.
We were in a situation where we literally come home one day and lost our house and all its contents. So understanding to save for a rainy day, that, helped us out. So we know, what we should be doing, but how to do it collectively.
Okay. And then can you describe what was life like after joining Infinity? Like, how were your account structure?
Yeah, so we structured that we had the one bills fund where all our pay would go into. We knew that was our drawdown facility for the bills only. We put $750 in our, because we have the 4 kids, for the FFF, which we can comfortably work off. I mean, we don't eat poorly. We have one gym junkie in our in our crew, so it is expensive to keep on top of the protein powders and the protein and etc. So $7.50 was ideal for us. And once we establish the rules are all money goes in, bills get paid out of that, and we have our $7.50 for us as to all our means for the kids. So.
Okay. And so walking through the FFF, can you tell me a little bit more about how you plan and structure that out for you and your family?
I do basically the structure side of it. So Norm gets paid a wage out of our FFF.
So I get
We've
an
got an extra
allowance.
step. We get an extra. So we put an extra step in the process in saying that to ensure that we're not overspending, and we understand what we need. I give Norm $120 a week. So, and he follows me up because I forget to pay it all the time. But so it's sort of it works. It works for us. It doesn't always work.
Do you do any meal planning?
I do all the meal preps. So all the meal preps are done on the Sunday, ready for the week. All food in our household is regimented. We have a whiteboard on the refrigerator. So if you've used the last item, it goes on the board. We only shop once a week. We do not. One of the biggest takeaways is every time you pop into the shop,
You spend money.
you're spending at least $50. So we shop once a week. We do not go to the shops at all. If it's not on the list, you
And
miss-
if it is on the list and it's not on special, we don't get
we
it.
don't get it. Yeah.
So
So if it's we sort of I do look at the half price discounts for Coles, Woolworths, etc. So they're all in my inbox. So I know when things are and that's fortnightly sales. So know that it comes out on Tuesday and you're right to go on Wednesday. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we've put in place, which I did previously structured, but it's easier to maintain it now.
Yeah. And what's one piece of advice that has made a lasting difference to you, or both of you?
just follow the process.
Yeah.
Just follow it. Basically, just keep your eyes on the prize, and whatever your goal may be, just make sure you achieve it. Follow the advice.
One's understand what you're doing with the money. I say to the children, break it down to, you're on $15 an hour. What does that item, how much do you want that item if it's costing $75? You need to work 3 hours. This is a decision you need to make. Is that something that you think is achievable, or you want to do it, and do you think it's viable for you, or try and find it on sale?
And what's it like being part of the Infinity community?
Love it.
Absolutely love it. I mean, we've made so many lifelong friends, I think, just by being here in the last 2 years, and hopefully many, many, many more to come.
Yeah, we're definitely love the event cycle. Get involved. We network in a smaller group as well, and invite our RMs and things along. But so it's I think you should always put yourself with people that are like-minded people, because
Absolutely.
you grow. That's inevitable. So doubters, you'll lose. You'll have the people that want to fight for it, and you jump on board. You go with that group of people.
And finally, what's one piece of advice you would give to someone who is thinking about joining Infinity?
Go for it. I can take it, but I didn't
You
want to
can
be
take
rude.
it. Go on.
Okay.
Maybe one from each.
All right,
Each person.
you go first.
Oh, okay. So if you're thinking about joining Infinity and there's something that's stopping you, stop for a second and have a look at where you are right now. Have a look at the scope of understanding of your finances, where your money's going, and fix that first. Have a look at, where the dollar is. Can you tighten the budget? Do you have the budget? So break all this down, take a copy of your bank statement, see where you're frivolously spending cash. Rein that in and have a look. Then, once you've done that and you've done step one, that's step one. If you want to go further, go for it, because there's many more steps that can get you to where you need to be financially, and that's the journey of Infinity. If you don't want to do it, then that's your decision that you make, but you'll be sorry.
Yeah, that's really good advice. And for yourself, Norm?
All you fellas, listen to your wives, because they're always right. Happy
Not
wife,
always.
happy life.
So what's it like having a relationship manager?
Well, having a relationship manager has been like the best because we get to ask you as many questions as we like. You never get upset at me. We're always in contact, so it's either once a month, twice a month. Whenever we need anything, you're always there, and I think that makes a real difference in when following the process and going through all the steps that need to take to get to your goal.
Yeah.
I think you've just helped immensely.
Oh, thank you. And what about the accountability side of things?
Yeah, so I think I'll just talk about the relationship manager. I'm just going to go back one step because I want to have my say. I just wanted to say that, like, if I'm struggling, if I need something, if I don't know where I'm navigating to, I have that support there that's going to come back and help me. I've been in a situation where I'm going, I just don't understand, and you're not going to understand everything. So to be able to quickly text or email or jump on the phone and have that support, and it's like, I can breathe easy, I can move forward, I don't need to stress or worry, it's not a timeline issue, so I can just break it down slowly and have that hand in hand coaching and taking me with us on the journey. So you're there 100% for me, and I know that I can reach out to you or anyone's relationship manager and just support me to get to where I need to be. Some things are time critical, so we need to make sure that I don't need to stress. That's taken out of the equation. So, and sorry, what was your next question?
And the accountability side of things.
Yeah, so with accountability, I think, if you're not going to do it yourself and you're not going to put provisions in place or understand what your end goal is, you're not going to achieve that. So if you're not going to be accountable to number one, yourself, then how are you going to be accountable for the family, your partner, and the greater good of the journey that you're going on? If you're not going to be accountable, end it here.
Yeah.
You need to actually say, I'm going to do this. Some things are hard, but you've got the support around you to move you forward. At the end of the day, what's your goal? Do you want to be in a better position than what you are when you start?
Absolutely. We were talking about this downstairs, weren't we? The difference between having someone there who's able to guide you throughout the process as opposed to where you go to another institution where you potentially pay something and then they just kind of leave you there. But here we have a support network for you.
Yeah, we've had a really good friend that actually paid really big money to have a financial report / strategy, they called it, issued to them. So they're 10K in and they got a report where we pay our intro money and we're literally hand by hand strategy, whiteboards,
supported all the way,
process, breakdowns, communication. I mean, Dean just ran out the door before, catch me before you go. So it's a relationship. We're networking. We learn and grow all together, and we're supported all together. We weren't given the report dropped on our table and said, deal with it. So I think that's a key takeaway in my head, that I'm saying not only was I sitting there freaking out about joining and paying the initial dollar figure to get in, but I've got, it's paid for a purpose. I've got a hand-holding activity where any struggles or anything I have, growing our wealth, because that's what we're doing, we're growing our wealth, is being supported with us, 100% supported. There's no, that they're not going to help me, or I feel like I'm trapped or anything like that. It's literally, yeah, that's fine, we'll just navigate it this way, or we can do this and that'll help. So you feel like you're in control, but you also have all those support mechanisms to guide you through the process.
And finally, if you reflect back on your journey, right, so think about what your home loan was like in the beginning versus where you are right now, how would you describe that feeling of being mortgage free?
I don't have the champagne in front of me to pop the cork.
We can certainly make that happen.
It's literally, I mean, I was saying to G before, Norm would have been 71 when we paid off our mortgage if we stayed without joining Infinity. So just the scope of understanding is he's 51 now. So when were we going to retire? When were we going to put plans in process to go overseas or, live? There wasn't. It was literally saying 71's the mortgage payoff timeline. Then when we did join Infinity, it was 2028. Paid off by 2025, we're pretty lucky. I don't feel I know everyone's saying you should be, you know, feel proud and everything. I feel humble to be able to say that we've done it, and I don't want to be the one who's running around saying, we paid off. I just want to quietly, you know, we've achieved something that is very financially hard to do.
And apparently we're going on a European holiday.
Yeah, we've apparently, we're doing
ordered
podcast
us
number 2. So yeah, and it's just about being humble in it. It doesn't mean we stop the process. It doesn't mean, you know, home loans paid off, let's go and spend big bucks. We have been putting other practices in place. So, you know, we're building IKEA furniture, but things that we wouldn't have purchased before. So we're lucky to be able to, you know, renovate our property and, you know, get those things that we've left up to scratch now that we've paid off the home loan. That wasn't even in the vision board before.
Yeah. And so when you think about the habits that you developed along the way, how critical was that as to be a part of your journey?
Yeah.
Having those good deep-seated habits that have helped you
It is,
to get
because
to where you are.
we don't want to go off it. It's not like we're not suffering in keeping a budget. There's no suffering. We're sitting on the back deck eating prawns, but we just don't go out.
Yeah.
So it's about
Oh, we do go out, but we don't go out.
silly.
Yeah, we're not silly. So
No.
we do enjoy life still.
Yeah. So, but with the home loan paid off, at least we've got that mindset that we can be a little bit more relaxed, but we still want to keep to the principles, keep to the core principles, because we've got 4 kids. They need to learn the journey as well. They need to, you know, it's going to be struggling hard for them in the future to get their foot in the property market, where, you know, these mum and dad investors might be able to support them with their journey.
What do the kids think of it so far?
We don't tell them much.
We don't tell them much. I mean, we do and we don't, but they see the benefits. I think
You've got to be
see us
humble.
a little
I
more
think-
happier and a little more controlled with our money and a little more, you know, responsible. Or
Yeah.
me anyway.
Yeah, we don't boast, and we keep the family consistent in our behaviour with finances. They're lucky enough to get what they get, I believe. So things that we didn't get when we were younger.
Yeah.
So, you know, they live quite a good lifestyle. They've got 2 swimming pools, 2 spas in the complex, tennis courts. They're not suffering.
No.
Oh, awesome. Look, I'm so happy for you guys. Like, you've come such a long way, and I'm just so privileged to be a part of your journey.
Thanks, Kat.
Appreciate
Couldn't have done
you.
it without you.
Oh, thank
Appreciate you.
You're fucking gone. See ya.